All right, what's going on, guys? We're back at it again here with my guy Michael, man. Ready for another episode, bro?
Ready episode, man. I'm ready. Let's get it. Got my
Man,
Christmas hat on. It's December. We
December.
festive out here.
I don't got
Look,
no Christmas
it's
shit, bro.
it's lit. It's lit up. Look.
I got the Mexico shirt. That's about it, bro. But shit, yeah, no, Christmas time, bro. Great time to be, a lot of sports going on, family
Right.
time and everything. So jump straight into it. NFL. We're kind of going to go over our top five games that we picked last week. Starting off with the Thursday night game, we had Dallas at New Orleans. We know Dallas came out on top. One thing that I kind of wanted to discuss, which we kind of discussed briefly, was Taysom Hill, man. He took over from Trevor Simeon. We saw we had there. What are your brief thoughts on Taysom Hill?
I think I want to know what Taysom Hill does, bro, to finesse the Saints out of I don't know how many $1 million that they signed him for because I don't see it. If I'm the Saints fan base, I'll be pissed. I'll be
his
pissed right now.
his
And
contract, bro, goes from ranging from 25 to 90 million just based on if he's playing incentives.
ridiculous. I think he's the next Kirk Cousins. I think just finessing all this money, man, and he's not good at all.
I wouldn't even give him Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I'll give him Kirk Cousins on the way Kirk Cousins finesses teams into paying him,
Okay.
right? Aside from that, aside from being the backup to Drew Brees, to being quote unquote this Swiss Army knife that they could use at quarterback and run, what has he done to deserve that contract? Because I
Right.
don't see it. What do you think?
I think basically what they re-signed him for was his running ability. It's because I did see a quote, bro, where the Saints GM was like, he's what everybody thought Lamar Jackson would be.
Oh no,
Come on,
no.
bro. I mean, I think Lamar is overrated too, but I would take Lamar over Taysom Hill in a
Oh,
heartbeat. So um,
absolutely.
it's just the run. I mean, the running ability. He rushed for over 100 yards on that Thursday night game, but he had four picks. So
Yeah.
very, very Jameis Winston like. So I don't know, bro. I think he got his bag, and it could be kind of what we've talked about other players where they got paid and now they're kind of just chilling. I mean, he didn't. This is what his first or second. I think it might be his first game as a starter, right? So
This season or
this season, yeah, this season.
his total tenure at New Orleans?
No, yeah, this season. I think I know he started games before with when Drew Brees was there and Bridgewater too, but I think his first game this year. So I guess he could be just shaking off the dust, but
That's
ter-
bad.
terrible performance.
It was bad. I was watching that game and I'm like, oh man, this is bad. I mean, I get it. You can say they didn't have Kamara, they didn't have Michael Thomas, but even then, man, I mean, Taysom Hill was just it was how funny the interceptions were.
Yeah,
They were like he was like, oh, he's trying to scramble, he tosses it up, interception. Does it again, tosses interception. It's just like careless interceptions, reckless interceptions for a team who's trying to get a wild card spot
hmm
because they know that the division is gone. Their best bet is trying to get a division spot and I mean a wild card. And I just saw no urgency. Like, hey, we'll just take this L here to the Cowboys, and it was a bad loss. I mean, look, I don't like the Cowboys, but at this point, I'm like, hey, beat Cowboys should beat their team because they're gonna run away with the division.
yeah.
Any teams that we talked about it before are gonna win their division, just beat out their other teams in their NFC divisions, right? So I like that the Saints lost, uh, but I just didn't see any life from the Saints, and I don't see them getting anywhere near a playoff spot this year.
Speaking of the Cowboys on the other side of that, because I agree with you completely on the Saints. I think their time for in the hunt. They're still in there technically, but I think they're done. I don't think they make it. But going back to the Cowboys, I know you mentioned they're going to win their division. You think they still can win it? I mean, I know they're sitting at 8-4, but they have a lot of tough games coming up. They got the divisional rounds. We'll get into Washington later in the Washington and Raiders game, but they are one team that's creeping up, and they do have two out of their next three against Washington.
Look, I think the Cowboys aren't the best team or NFC, type of team, but I think they're the best in that division. Given their talent, given their schemes, their defense that they play, I really like Dak. Even though Dak's been kind of off these couple of weeks,
Hmm.
But same with Zeke. I told you. I think I mentioned this in the last couple podcasts. I like Pollard, bro.
Yeah.
Pollard can take that number one from Zeke. You know, we just have to see. But I do like the Cowboys. Like you mentioned, we'll talk. We'll get into the Washington football team. I don't see the Cowboys losing any division games these next 5 weeks.
So
I
you
think
got them. You got them beating. Looking at it here, they're in Washington next week or this week coming
yeah.
up. Then they're in New York, which the Giants play decent in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're at home against Washington, and then they have the Cardinals in Dallas, but they have the Cardinals who are number one seed right now, and then they close out in Philly.
Okay.
I think the division is theirs for the taking, but I'm not giving it to them just yet.
I'm signing it off right now. What is it, Tuesday, December 7th? I'm signing it off that they'll go undefeated in the division. That's 4 games,
Oh,
right?
for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's 4 games, right? They got 2 Washington, 1 Giants,
Yep,
1
and
Eagles.
Eagles.
So that's 4 games that I'm saying they'll win those 4 games just because of the talent. I know we'll get into Washington, but they're on a 4-game win streak. But they also lost one of their best tight ends. And I don't know, man. I feel like that those wins they've squeaked by.
Yeah, they have definitely.
We'll get to Washington, but I feel like those Washington wins they just squeaked by the Raiders. They squeaked by Seattle. Um, I think Tom Brady had a bad day. They squeaked by Tampa.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I think Washington is the best option in a wild card, but I don't think they're gonna get the division, and I think the Cowboys win out.
Okay. Moving
But
on. Yeah, I
but
think.
but in Landover in Washington, and that one's gonna be tough. I think that game's gonna come down to a field goal.
Tough. Okay.
You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I think I'm siding with Washington. I mean, with Dallas winning that division, but like I said, I'm not ruling. I'm not giving it to them yet. So we'll see what happens going
Okay.
forward. Um, so we for keeping tabs on our top 5 games of the week, we tied that. So we're 1-1. We both picked Dallas.
Okay.
Next up, we had the Chargers at the Bengals.
Ooh, what a
So
game!
you took that one. I took Cincinnati. You had the Chargers. You won that one. Um, what were your takeaways from that game? We'll go ahead and do. Let's put it this way. Since we're Niners fans, this is kind of like we talk about the Niners week in and week out. That we are in Cincy this week coming up. So what were your takeaways from that game, and like what do you expect to see going forward into this week with the Niners?
I think out of the Chargers game, I think they were more hungry. I think they were more hungry. They went in there. They punched them in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers punched them in the mouth, and I kind of see this trend when the Chargers lose a game, they don't really do back to back losses. So when they lose a game, they kind of come back. They come back the next week, gunslinging, high score game, and that's kind of what I saw. Um, I feel like the Chargers neutralized everything that they wanted to do, even though like the Cincinnati Bengals they came back.
Mm-hmm.
They were within a field goal if I'm not mistaken, or almost tied it. They were there, but I feel like the Chargers looked on. Hey, we got to stop the run. We got to stop Joe Mixon. We got to
Yeah.
stop Jamar Chase and T Higgins, right? And uh, I mean, I don't know how the Cincinnati. I'm not so familiar with Cincinnati and how all their games. I haven't been watching their game week to week, but I mean, the times I saw the Chargers game, I'm like, dude, Justin Herbert was slinging it, 40 yards, 30 yards,
Mm-hmm.
straight deep threats, and I'm like, okay, well, is that Cincinnati's weakness? But see, the contrary, 49ers, they don't throw past 15 yards.
Right.
So if the weakness is in the Cincinnati secondary, the Niners need to find a way to attack that, and they need to make adjustments. I don't know. Shanahan, I'm pretty sure Shanahan's doing his homework, and I hope he is. But if we're seeing it, it's like, hey, look, this is how the Chargers beat Cincinnati.
Right.
Because I think Eckler might have fumbled a couple balls, so the run game was being stopped by Cincinnati. Okay, but when they scored, I mean, the Chargers were scoring just on straight deep threats. Keenan Allen, I saw like a 40+ yard touchdown catch. So
Yeah.
I think the best bet is to punch him in the mouth. I did see Chargers; they did blitz a lot.
Yes.
So if they blitz, I mean, I'm a fan of the blitz, man. I'm a fan of it, especially when it's third and long. Blitz them, bro. make him earn that third and long. You got to blitz him. So I like what I saw from the Chargers, but the other thing is I don't know if they're consistent. They'll win. They won on Sunday. What am I gonna get next week? Am I gonna get a stinker like they played in Denver, or am I gonna get what I see, or am I gonna get the team that I saw in Cincinnati?
Right.
So that's kind of what I saw. Key is to check out the Burrow injury. I don't know. I think you mentioned also that Joe Mixon is a little nicked up.
Mm-hmm.
So eyes on that. We'll see what happens.
No, yeah, agreed. I think the biggest takeaway that I had, the two biggest takeaways that I have, the first one you already touched on it. I think to beat the Bengals, you kind of have to have that gunslinger. Like you said, Justin Herbert. He had multiple passes of 30+ yards. Few of them were resulting in touchdowns. Look at Herbert finished that game with 3 touchdowns. The one interception, which was, kind of like how do you say it, like a freak of nature type of play. Like it was in the air and he stripped him in the air and then he came up. So, yeah. I mean, that 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. So if that doesn't happen, Herbert, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He threw for like 300 yards.
Yeah.
We don't have a quarterback that does that.
No.
And Jimmy, we don't have that. So I think that's one thing that's going to be tough. And 2, the second thing I took away was mental toughness from Cincy, bro. They're dogs. You got Joe Burrow. I looked into it today, all the injury reports for Cincy. So just like the major ones that we kind of talked about. Burrow dislocated finger or pinky finger in his throwing hand. He said the very first drive, bro, he got sacked. The very first drive of the game, he got sacked and it started hurting and he kept playing.
Okay.
No one noticed until like halftime when he was in pain, in agony on the sideline, but he still didn't come out. And they asked him about it. He said, if I was able to play through that pain in this game, I'm not missing time next week. So he's gonna be there. So like I was telling you and your brother, over Twitter, like you're gonna trust Brandon Allen to get you to the playoffs because they're still in the hunt. They're still alive in the division.
Yeah.
So I think there's no way he misses time. Mixon, he said that it was like a neck injury and it was just sore, but he was able to get back out there after he missed like 10 plays, I think.
Right.
And he was able to get out there. T. Higgins, the same thing. He said his ankle got hurt when the horse collar, when they pulled him and like his leg buckled, ankle injury. But he's like, if I can go out there and I was making cuts and I was still getting open, he's like, during the game, during all that pain when I was limping, I'm not going to miss time. The only one that they said may miss time is Awuzie, the guy that had interception and he got hurt right after.
Yeah.
So a corner, but it's like at the same time, bro, we don't go deep.
We don't go deep, so there's no threat there.
Those were like the big takeaways that I had from there. I mean, I think looking at Jimmy, bro, Burrow too. My bad, not Jimmy. Looking at Burrow, he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. He had 2 last game, but I think that's just because of the hand injury, honestly.
Yeah.
He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. He's like 33rd in the league for most interceptions, so he's at the bottom of the league in terms of interceptions. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be tough, man, especially with no Fred and no Debo, maybe.
Dang, another week without those two, it's tough. I mean, we struggled without them. We technically shouldn't have struggled without them,
right?
But we put it on ourselves. But interesting. Cincinnati's not going to be easy,
right?
I don't think we've seen back-to-back losses. Same from Cincy. It's like they lose one, but then they win again, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have had some stinkers against the Jets.
Yeah.
So maybe look at what the Jets did there.
Mm-hmm. Against Baltimore.
Look at teams that beat them. Look at what the Chargers. I mean, I know what the Chargers did. They just outslinged them.
Yep.
I saw Herbert, PA boot, and then just launch it 40, 50 yards, and for a completion or a touchdown. But I get it. Niners don't do that. Jimmy can't do that.
He doesn't throw past 15 yards, bro.
We have a quarterback who can do that, but he's not playing.
Exactly. And I mean, as much as we want it, I don't think it's gonna happen. The only way I think it happens is if we're just out of it, and he's like, fuck it, we're not gonna make playoffs. What is there to lose?
If we go 6-8, he'll play. Mark it, December 7th, right now. If the Niners go 6-8, Trey will play.
Most likely, bro. But going back to Jimmy, bro. So I was looking at let me see if I screenshotted it. I seen a stat that was talking about his interceptions. I didn't screenshot it, but it was basically like when he throws no interceptions, the Niners are undefeated.
Yeah.
this season. And then when he throws one interception, they have like 2 wins.
2-6.
And yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then multiple interceptions, they're like 0-4. So
0-4.
yeah, so it's like, I mean, they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out guns blazing, bro. I mean, it's gonna be tough to stop Mixon, Higgins, Jamar Chase, freaking whatever his name is, Uzmoa, whatever the tight end.
Yeah,
So
I thought it reminded me of the receiver they had, Hujmanzada.
yeah,
You
yeah,
remember TJ Hujmanzada?
yeah. So it's gonna be tough, bro. I mean, those are my big takeaways. I mean, going back to the whole, slinging it. Jimmy's longest throw this year was that week 1, bro, to Debo. It was like 70 yards, something like that, 80 yards. But he threw it maybe like
What?
50
No.
yards in the
Was
air.
it the one right before the half against Philly?
No, I looked at it. I think it was that Detroit one, no? Because the
Was
Detroit,
it? Oh yeah, yeah. I remember now. I remember
I'm,
now.
I'm talking. I guess maybe for Philly in terms of total yardage, but I'm talking about like his farthest ball thrown in the air. He threw it. He threw it like maybe 40, 50 yards to Debo in Detroit,
And
and
tapped out.
and Debo still had to come back to the ball.
Oh my god, bro.
Okuda probably should have picked it off, but Debo, he worked his magic. Shout out Debo, and then he took off. But bro, and that ball was like a duck. It was turning in the air and shit. So
Yeah, you can see the ball right when Jimmy even we'll get to the Niner game, but
yeah,
even when he dumped it to Kittle, on that last drive, it was like the ball was like
yeah, bro. So it's just it's not gonna be tough or easy. But let's just go breaking down. Do you see the Chargers standing a chance in the division?
absolutely, absolutely. They need to figure out those kinks that they have because they beat the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs looking like they're picking up steam, but they beat the Chiefs.
Right.
They have some solid wins in there, but they also have some stinkers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, what Chargers team am I getting, right? It all depends on what I'm getting. If Herbert is like, and I get it, he's like a year 2 quarterback, but he definitely looks better than what he was last year.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
they're sitting at fifth seed right now.
I'm
So
buying him. I'm buying him right now
no,
with
I
5 weeks
mean
left.
they're definitely going to make the playoffs. They're sitting at fifth seed right now. I mean, unless they just wet the bed. But I'm looking at their schedule now. They have the Giants in LA. They have the Chargers. I mean, the Chiefs in LA. Then they go to Houston, which should be an easy win.
Hmm.
They got the Broncos in LA, and they finish in Vegas. So
Look, all easy, and you want to know what game they're gonna lose?
probably don't tell me the Texans, bro.
The Giants.
You think so? They're going to lose this week?
Straight stinkers, bro. They lose the dumbest games. Like they should have never lost to Denver last week.
True. True.
You know what I mean? They just have some like weird games. Do you have their schedule on the what are their losses?
Yeah. So their losses are. Let me see. So they beat Washington. Let me see. They lost to the Ravens 34-6. Remember when they got blown out?
Yeah, they didn't show up that game.
They lost to the Patriots by a field goal.
Close game.
They
Should
lost
have
to
won
the
that game.
they lost to the Vikings by 7.
Stinker, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's it right now.
Yeah. See, the games they should have won. They shouldn't have lost to the Patriots.
No,
I'll tell you that right now.
They have two more losses, right? They're 5. They're sitting at 5.
Yeah, they're 5.
So we got they lost to the Broncos.
Stinker.
Broncos, Vikings, Patriots, Ravens.
Might be another stinker in there.
Oh, the Cowboys. They lost by 3, remember?
At home, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. I mean, that's who the Chargers are going to be. Yeah, I mean, I could see it happen, like you said. I could see them dropping to the Giants and then to come home and beat the Chiefs again.
Yes, exactly. I'm telling you, bro. That's how I see it. That's how you. These are the Chargers. But I like what they got going on, though. They have playmakers on that team.
Yeah, so I mean, I
Eckler's
think
dope. Keenan Allen is dope.
yeah.
I keep forgetting their tight end.
It's slipping my mind right now. What's his
I know,
name?
but
Is it Hunter Henry? Oh no, he's in.
No, he's in Patriots now.
He's in Patriots now. Damn, what the hell's his name?
I know, I forgot. It's there, but I don't know. I keep forgetting. But I like him, man. They have Herbert. He's good. He's gonna be good in the next 2 years.
Right.
So I like the Chargers.
What's his name, bro?
It's
Uh,
gonna bug you. It's bugging you,
it's
huh?
bugging me right now. Um, no, yeah. But anyways, we'll move on. It'll come to me eventually. But yeah, so I think they'll make it. The Bengals are still in the mix, and we'll see how that goes going forward. Next game, we have the football team at Vegas Raiders, bro. So it was a close one. Washington came out on top. I took that dub in the picks. Um, what do you got to say, bro, Raiders?
I mean, I picked the Raiders. I had faith in them, but they let me down. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna let us down. They're gonna let the Raider fan. They're gonna let Raider Nation down. I think we called it. It's gonna be either an 8-9 season or a 7-9 season or 7-10. Right? There's 17 weeks,
Yep.
18 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's looking like it's gonna be a 7-10 week for season for the Raiders. The game was there, bro. The game was there. I was flip flopping from the Niner game and the Raider game. It was pretty much 7-0, like I think going into the half. I think so. Nobody wanted to capitalize. Like nobody wanted to score. Washington scored in that. I think they scored in that first drive. But after that, like Derek Carr, where's this? Where's this fire that you had, like in the first half of the season?
Yeah.
I feel like the deep threat is there with Jackson, with Deshaun Jackson. He's there.
They almost had it.
They almost had it. It's not like you're like, yeah, Ruggs is out, but Deshaun Jackson is a really good replacement. You
Mm-hmm.
don't really miss much. Like I think it's even better because you have like, he's a veteran, so he kind of knows the game a lot better. The speed is there. You just gotta give him the ball.
Yeah.
You can say Waller was out, uh, but still, I mean, it was the Washington football team. It was Heineke,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and Heineke's best tight end got injured, and they
Exactly.
still couldn't capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I want. I mean, I guess like statistics is telling me the Washington football team's on a 4-game winning streak, but like I mentioned, they're squeakers.
Right.
And as for the Raiders, I mean, what can you expect? Man? I'm not even gonna say it's 8-9. It's gonna be 7-10 season.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I feel like at this point, it comes down to Derek Carr. I feel like Derek Carr just feels defeated at this point. Like I feel like as even though it seems like the majority of the fan base is like still in love with him, like Derek Carr, that's
Mm-hmm.
my QB. I feel like I'm starting to hear, and like just word on the street, and I'm also like from Raider fans that are friends, and just on social media, like they're like, okay, it's time, like it's time to move on. And I mean, I don't know if that's getting back to him, but I just feel like, look, he had no touchdowns, bro. No touchdowns. He had 249 yards for an average of 6.5 yards per pass, bro. I just don't think it's it. I don't think that's it. Yeah, he got sacked a couple times. Um,
I'm
no
gonna
rushing, no rushing yards either, though. I'm looking at it here. So I mean, it's just like the team as a whole. I feel like it's starting with Derek Carr, and I mean, I know he was super close with Gruden, so that could be affecting him too. But I mean, I don't know what it is. For me, I think it's starting with Derek Carr, and it's just like a ripple effect down.
I feel the level of complacency and patience that Raider fans have with Derek Carr, like you just mentioned, like their level of loyalty to him. It's like, guys, he hasn't done shit for you guys.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yeah, he'll provide you some crazy games like that Cowboys game on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think I think they should have moved on from him at least 2 seasons ago already.
Yeah.
They should have moved on from him 2 seasons. I get it, like, oh, they're changing venue, like new, fresh of breath air. Let's go ahead and go to Vegas with Derek Carr. Nah, honestly, I would cut him this year, trade him after this year.
Just get him out. I
You
mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it either.
it's like the Raider fans need something new. If you look at the difference between Niner fans and Raider fans, it's like, hey, look, Niner fans are used to winning, bro. Like we want to win. We want to be champs, and if you're mediocre, you gotta go.
Right.
And I feel like the Raider fans are okay with mediocre. They're
Yeah.
okay with. I feel like they hold their fandism on top of anything.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I get it, bro. You're a fan, the Raider Nation, and silver and black. You're a fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, come on, like you're okay with like not making the playoffs every year.
Right.
You're okay with having a losing record every season. Like you're okay with it, but you'll be like, yeah, silver and gold till the end.
Yeah.
I get it, bro. But you don't want to win.
Black and silver, bro.
Oh, what I say?
Silver and gold. Think of that
Sorry, man.
90.
It's my Niners. It's my Niners. It's my Niners. It's like they're just complacent with like mediocreness. Is like I mentioned, they put their fandism on top of is the team really good or not.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna ride with you guys whether you're 1-18 or 18-0. But like, I come on, man. If the Raider fan, and I feel like the Raider fan base can be scary if they want it to be.
Yeah, bro.
If they're
They
like,
could have like a hell of a home field advantage.
if they could have been like, yeah, like if Raider fans had Niner fan anger or demanded the level of efficiency that Niner fans had, oof, they would probably burn the stadium down already.
Yeah, they
Because
think they're
because I
like,
get it, the fandism is up there.
yeah, like you said, bro. It's like they could be like, oh, we're 0-16. I've heard this before out of a Raiders fan's mouth, bro. We could be 0-16, and well, now it's in Vegas, but they were like, we could be 0-16, bro, and the Coliseum is sold out every week. It's packed every week. I'm like, yeah, but bro, why? Like, I get it, bro. Like, everyone like tickets are cheap. You want to go support your squad, but like at some point, like you got to get tired of watching them lose, especially if you're spending money on watching them lose. I mean, if you're a season ticket holder, that's one thing because you signed up thinking, oh, maybe they'll turn it around. Like
You signed up for this shit.
yeah. So it's like you're thinking maybe like this is the year where they've had the roster, and they're thinking like, oh, this is the year, and then you're just fucked after that. But
Yeah.
I mean, for people to be like, oh yeah, 0-16, bro, or 0-17 now, like, yep, I'm cool
like,
with it.
yeah.
I'm Raiders fan till I die, bro. Like, no,
Allegiant is full,
yeah.
sold out.
Can't do it.
But at one point, bro, don't you guys don't you get tired of losing? Don't you want to boycott, make a difference? Like, don't you want to compete? Like, or don't you get tired of the Chiefs owning you for the past like decade or something? I'm just like, for the past like 6 years, like, you guys don't get tired of that? Like, you're okay with like, yeah, we sell out Allegiant, win or lose, we're there.
Got the face painted, got the spikes on the shoulder pads.
They got the fucking Chucky dolls out.
Gorilla Rilla.
Gorilla Rilla's there. I just don't see it. Like, there has to be a change. I feel like it needs to come from the fans because I follow a couple of Raider fans on social, and I don't think I ever hear them talk bad about their squad ever. Ever.
The worst I've ever heard, like seen on like social media, is like Derek Carr's not my QB. That's the worst I've ever seen. Or what's funny, bro? I mean, it's not just Raider fans; it's like Niner fans in general. Like it's kind of been bad. It's not as bad anymore since the Raiders moved out of the Bay Area. But like, if one team's won and the other one lost, the other team just they're bashing the other one. Like if the Niners lost and Derek Carr won, but he had a shitty ass performance, they're like, yep, at least Jimmy G didn't fucking lose, didn't win. So like that's their thing. They just see us like, oh, he's better than this guy, So I don't know what it is, bro. That's the worst. That's the most I've seen though. Is like Derek Carr is not my QB. At least he's not as bad as Jimmy G.
I mean, if I would see what the Niners write, what Niner fans write on forums and social media, it's like the equivalent of like, hey, if the Raiders are doing bad, like burn down Allegiant, or Derek Carr out, stuff like that, compared to what the Niners, like we're always saying that, if not every week, is every other week, because we want to win, we demand excellence, and I'm pretty sure their previous owner Al Davis demanded excellence.
Yep.
Right. Just win, baby.
One of his slogans too. Yeah.
Right. But I just feel like they're okay with losing. We'll show up. They're like, we'll show up.
Or light the torch at the beginning of the game and shit.
Light the torch.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I mean, I get now. Like, it's gonna continue to sell out because it's Vegas. So even if you're not a Raiders fan, there's gonna be people that are in Vegas and be like, oh yeah, fuck it, I can afford a ticket. Like, let's just go watch some football.
It was like that loss to Washington. I think it was a mediocre loss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, you lost to you lost to the team with no name.
Yeah, they got no mascot, bro, and you lost.
No mascot, and you lost to them.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
I think that's got to be one of the last straws if you're a Raiders fan. I mean, if you are a Raiders fan, tap in, let us know. What do you guys think? How are you feeling? I know you're tired of Derek Carr, so I mean, let us know. If you're not tired of Derek Carr, let us know why too. So
I just want to know, like, I want them to talk to us, like, why aren't you angry?
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you mad that you guys are losing? Right?
I have
Or
to get
that
a
you
Raider
guys,
fan on here.
or that you guys haven't made the playoffs? Why aren't you angry?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not wearing a Niner jersey or Niner hat, bro. If the Niners are losing, I'm like, nah, dude, fuck this.
Yep.
But those Raider fans, bro, they'll their underwear, silver and black, everything, bro. To the nines is in Raider gear.
Like you said, you're not wearing it if they're losing.
Yeah.
I'm so mad that the only jersey I own, bro, is a Jimmy jersey. That's how like how pissed, how personal it gets for me.
He
So
sold us fool's gold, bro. We'll get to the Niners.
yeah, so tough, bro, tough. Moving on to him. I mean, that's the next game on the list. Niners at Seahawks, bro. I know we've discussed a lot. Break it down for the listeners of where your frustration lies right now.
I mean, I couldn't think of another game this season that I was like, I hit rock bottom as a Niner fan when we lost to the Cardinals. I was like, damn, bro. I don't even know what to expect. Like we lost to a team with a JV squad.
Mm-hmm.
Like we lost to their backups, right? That's what I thought when we were the Cardinals. But then we picked it up. Boom, 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 boom. Couple wins in a row, secure the win, have a chance to go above 500. We lay an egg.
Yeah.
We lay an egg, man. And this game, I was instead of more frustrating, I was more disappointed in the team. I was like, damn, we lost to a team that had nothing to gain.
Right.
You know what I mean? We lost to a team that had nothing to gain. We lost to a team who emptied their playbook.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Fuck it, man. Let's just spoil it.
Yeah.
Let's just spoil their drive, their
Mm-hmm.
run." And they did that. They did just that.
Yep.
Um, at a time, I'm like, "Oh shit, Niners gonna put this away early,"
Mm-hmm.
and we don't.
Yeah.
We don't put it away early. You know, special team miscues. Um, I'm even gonna say I'll let you decide if it was a bad play calling. Um, the offense didn't execute. You know, Jimmy didn't execute. Um, you know, you can take some positives away from there. Kittle breakout game. I think only 9 catches, almost 200 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Like you said, like but we use him as a blocker,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
Um, disappointing there, but a little light in the sign. Aziz, you know, coming out. I think that was his coming out party right there.
Mm-hmm.
Made a bunch of blocks. Dre Greenlaw might not have a job when he comes back.
Could be it.
So I like what I saw from Aziz. I like what I saw from Kittle. Um, I know we mentioned another player that we liked that played pretty solid. Um, I'm losing it right here. Was it on Bosa?
Oh yeah, of course.
Bosa brings it every week. Even when he's getting held, brings it every week. Man, it was just so disappointing, man. Like when we were up 17-14, right? 17-14 or
17-7, bro.
17-7. We could have put it away right there.
Mm-hmm.
Force them 3 now, go into the half. We get the ball back, chance to get another touchdown in. Just put the nail in the coffin.
Yep.
And we didn't. We laid an egg. We got nervous. We shit our pants, how they say it. Just bad, man. I mean, you can point the fingers in so many directions, but and I've been hesitant. Look, I've been a Jimmy supporter. We've been Jimmy supporters, but that game, I think that game was the one that we like. Okay, Jimmy, thank you for your services. Take a seat, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you think, but that was my observation of the game. More disappointed than frustrated.
No, yeah, definitely. I think for me, kind of like you said, the sole blame kind of has to go on Jimmy this week. You had Gerald Everett basically handing you the game, bro. And
Yeah.
the Niners, Jimmy was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. Take it back. Like, I don't want to win this shit here, Gerald. Get the ball, get another chance." I think for me, the most frustrating part was, like you said, Seattle had nothing to play for. I was thinking like, well, being a Niner fan and seeing how Seattle plays us every time, I'm like, nah, this is not an easy win. This is not going to be easy win by any means. It could have been, by the way, like you said, they were up 10 points early. But I was like, it's going to be nitty gritty. And they laid an egg. We could have ended the Russ and Pete Carroll era right there, bro. Could have been over. But nope, they revived themselves. I mean, they don't have nothing to play for with 4 wins right now. But dude, it's frustrating to see. Like I said, Jimmy, I think one thing that frustrates me is every week is high passes. He's not accurate. He can't throw the ball
Yeah.
accurately. So it's always high. I mean, one thing I was saying, look, the incompletion, the one that it was overturned, right, or whatever, that it challenged
Yeah.
that withstood. That ball's high. He has to come down with it again, and it comes as incomplete. He did the same thing against Arizona in that game, second
Yeah.
game, threw it high. Ayuk goes up, saves Jimmy, but when he comes down, he falls and he has to like get up quick. And as he's getting up, the ball's coming out and he fumbles. You know what I mean? So it's like little things like that. Debo's constantly saves him all the time.
All the time.
That touchdown that what's his name? Jawan Jennings.
Hi.
Last week, high. He's just tall. He's he's a big dude. Kittle always saving him. You know what I mean?
Juice check too.
Yep. And then the one that he overthrew, Juice too. It's just frustrating to say the least. I mean, I know we saw the analysis that the Rich did on Twitter that Melvin sent us. That first play, bro. Every single pass catcher had their man beat, and Jimmy is still
Holding on to the ball.
Cement feet, bro, in quicksand. Can't get out. Looks like he's barely making his first read.
Yeah.
That was one thing that was super frustrating to me though. So that was like my main point that I had to get off.
I think what's crazy, and just to touch onto what you just said, it's like it's week after week after week. I'm like, bro, what do you guys? Okay, I get it, right? What do you guys do on Monday, like in the film room?
Right.
I wish I could walk into the QB room and be like, all right, bro, let's look at the tape. You know, like I want to know what goes on in those meetings.
Yep.
Like, what are the conversations being held? Like, what are the QB coaches telling Jimmy? Like,
it seems like he's not being held accountable.
Week after week after week, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? And maybe he's not being held accountable because he's on his way out. So they're like, fuck it, man, do what you want. Whatever, bro. Whatever.
I don't know though. I'm not writing off Jimmy being gone.
Look, and when Jimmy has a bad drive or something, then you'll have like Shanahan walk over and talk to him or something, kind of make it look like he's mad at him, right? But it's like, bro, like I'm like the fan base is getting tired, but week after week, you're throwing these throws that are like, 15 feet high, and you have to make the receiver pretty much go up a ladder and go get it.
And if they're not getting it, they're getting intercepted.
Right? And I get it. You make those high throws in maybe the end zone, right? Like, hey, make your receiver go make a play.
Yeah.
But not every play though. It's like, I don't know.
That's the thing,
that
though.
is frustrating.
He's not trying to purposely throw it high. He just can't throw.
Yeah.
So I think for me, like as a Niners fan, when I say, like I've told you guys, I know it's not going to happen, but I'm ready for Trey to see what he can do. And I know like there's the people that are pro Jimmy. I've seen it all over Twitter. I've seen it on SportsCenter, ESPN, First Take, all that, where they're like, well, look at Trey Lance in Arizona. He had all those high throws and one of them got picked off. Like, but yeah, that's one, bro. Look at the sample size. Like you said, Jimmy's doing it week in and week out. Okay. And like for me, that's when it comes down to my frustration lying in Shanahan too, where it's like, at what point are you gonna be like, okay, that's it for Jimmy? If at all. Like you have Trey here sitting here, and Melvin pointed out best. Every play, bro, he's fucking on the sideline clapping it up. He's like going crazy for his teammate's success, just waiting to get a shot. I think Kyle feels bad because he knows if he gives Trey, in there, Jimmy's not going back in. I kind of think that's what it is.
Oh, of course.
So it's like,
so you agree? You think they're gonna let him like ride out the season?
Yeah, I think if he goes in, that's it. Even if he's bad, like obviously, like you said, if they go 6-8, it's not looking very likely for playoffs.
Yeah.
So of course, then that's when they'll put Trey in to kind of finish the season. But I think if he would have put him in yesterday, and he would have been able to come back or hold on to the lead before it was blown, I think that would have been it for Jimmy, at least for
Like,
the year. If they don't trade him, I think that's it for the year for him for sure.
you know what's crazy, bro? It's like we're in these like nail biter games for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
For no reason, we're in nail biters. I'm like,
Yeah.
we should. The Niners have the capability, the roster, the mentality, and the. I'm even gonna say like the coaching staff, like to put this game away before the half against
Mm-hmm.
any opponent.
Yep.
But they're in these nail biters because of Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like,
And like we said, it was 3rd and 1. I mean, it was in the first half, 3rd and 1. They do the RPO, bro, with Jimmy. RPO. And Shanahan answered that question right after the game. He said, I didn't think Jimmy was going to keep the ball.
come on, bro.
Like, so you're going to call that play praying that he doesn't keep the ball? He has to make the read on the defense. So it's like, if he's going to take what the defense gives him and that's him keeping the ball, you're just going to be like, all right, fuck it. I was wrong. You know what I mean? So it's like dumb shit like that too that gets on my nerves. Like Shanny can't. I feel like he doesn't care anymore.
He doesn't care.
He's
He
got
looks
his
stressed.
extension. He's stressed. He's just like, you know what? Let me just go out there. And every week he's just like, you know what? Like we weren't good enough.
I
And
didn't
I
have
did.
him ready.
And I did. Yeah. And I did see. I think I did screenshot this one. If not, I remember kind of what it said. But it basically was saying that. Yeah, I didn't screenshot it. Basically, it was saying that in Harbaugh's era, it was like it doesn't matter what the defense gives us, bro. We're gonna dictate how they play, how they adjust to us.
Oh yeah.
And Shanny's like, well, they weren't giving us what we wanted, so we kind of had to improvise, and it didn't work. So that's just a huge difference. I know we talked about the Harbaugh and Shanny, comparison in a few episodes back, and then it just like I said in the RPO on 3rd and 1. There was another 3rd and 1 in the second half. It was on the final drive where he's taking out Kittle and Juice, who's our two biggest blockers. And even if it wasn't a run play, it was that the 10-yard out to Brandon Ayuk on the sideline. Put Kittle in there for a decoy. Everyone would have expected Kittle. Put him in there for a decoy. Maybe Ayuk is wide open and scores. Juice check for the check down, but he took them out. Stupid shit like that. And then going back to the RPO on that final drive, bro, Jimmy marches down like nothing. And I'm like, this is why I hate this fucker, because terrible mistakes. And then he's just like, cool, calm and collected, bro. Let me go out there and just do my thing. Drives 95 yards.
I don't get this fool, bro. I do not get this fool.
95 yards. And then it goes back to Shanny. 3 run pass options again with Jimmy on the goal line, bro. Like, use that for Trey.
Bro, look, when we're on the goal line, I'm like, okay, what's been working for you in these dubs?
Mm-hmm.
Just pitch it, bro. Make him go outside. You have fast running backs.
Yep.
Wilson, Mitchell, they're fast. Pitch it to the side. Make him go earn it at the pylon.
Mm-hmm.
Why do it to the middle? You never get anything to the middle. You don't have Frank Gore.
Like you said, if you do that with Mitchell, even if you don't want to do a run pass option with Trey Lance, he gets that pylon.
Of course.
Same thing against Arizona. When we were in Arizona, I mean, Buda Baker just made a hell of a play. And, that's when he got hurt. Trey Lance got hurt. He just made a hell of a play. But Trey Lance got there, bro, put his shoulder down and tried to get in. I think it just came down to the fact that Buda Baker's stronger, as a defensive player. Trey Lance is still young, not as muscular. But man, I think if you're gonna call 2, it was either 3 or 2 run pass options on the goal line, it has to be Trey Lance. I think that's what it comes down to for me. I mean, like I said, what a game, bro. Disappointing, like I said.
What a disappointing.
That one had me super bummed. Kind of ruined the day for me. But at the end of the day, bro, we're still alive.
I know. I mean, 6-6, but just like I said, bro, I was definitely more disappointed than I was frustrated.
Right.
Because I was like, I just felt sad after the game.
Mm-hmm.
When we lost to the Cardinals, I wanted to break a TV. I wanted to break everything in my sight.
Yeah.
I was ready to throw the Christmas tree out the fucking window. Like, I'm done, dude. How did we lose to Colt McCoy in a JV team, right?
Yeah.
I was frustrated. This game against the Seahawks, I'm like, damn, we lost, bro. I'm like, we lost this game.
Yep.
Very disappointed. I was like, no way, man. Like, I wasn't even mad. I'm like, dude, we really lost this game?
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think one of the biggest things for that was because James Conner went off. We got Joe Mixon this week. You know what I mean? So it's not looking ugly, bro. I mean, it's not looking good. So I mean, it's gonna be tough going into Cincy, but you got to be optimistic. One good thing about this week is that they flexed that game from being a 10 a.m. game to a 1:30 game. So I mean, they
Oh,
say
really?
that yeah. So we were supposed to play at 10 a.m., but they
Uh-huh.
said that I don't know, I forget what the reason was, but they flexed it to the later window, which is good because they say like statistically speaking, West Coast teams don't play well when they travel because the time difference, the jet lag. They're used to it being earlier. So
So, okay, so instead of us playing at
10:30.
10 a.m.
I mean
here,
10. Yeah, we're gonna
well,
play at 1 o'clock here.
1 o'clock here,
So those
which
like 4 o'clock over there.
4 p.m. Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, makes sense. Not bad. But damn, man. I mean, it's gonna be a tough game. Like, Niner needs to come out, and then Niner needs to come out and do what they're good at, and that's
Mm-hmm.
run the football.
Yep.
Run the football. Run the football. Don't make Jimmy try to win the game for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. I hate it when Shanny does that. I'm like, bro, like, why are you making this guy throw the ball? Like, you're trying to make him win the game.
Right.
Like, stop trying to like outsmart yourself. Like, you're good at making those run plays. Like, just keep doing it. Like, even Mitchell said, like, I can rush the ball 50 times if I have to,
Mm-hmm.
because we got good blockers.
Right.
Just keep running it. And like you said, how Harbaugh said, I don't care what they're throwing at us. We're gonna do what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares, bro? If they're the number one run defense, we're gonna run at you guys. Be ready for it.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I want to like kind of just yesterday at the Monday nighter when the Patriots ran 98% of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and the Bills defenders were pissed that they asked them a question about, I forgot what the question was, or like, are you
Oh
embarrassed
yes,
that, yeah?
yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, you're getting mad because it's true. Like, you're
Mm-hmm.
getting mad because you got humiliated.
Let's go into that game. Let's go. We got
All right,
Pats at Bills. That's what I
lead,
wanted to bring up. That was one thing that was like one of my most important topics of this game is that they were saying, bro, it's been 20 years since you won a game where you can't pass the ball that much due to weather. And then are you not embarrassed of that? And they're like, what are you asking, bro? What are we doing here? Like, hey, and you know why I think he got so pissed? Because he took the wrong angle on that Damian Harris touchdown run. It was Micah Hyde that took the wrong angle and he got burnt.
I'm like, bro, you're getting mad because it's true.
Yeah.
It's like they got hot. Like, they were just like, don't disrespect me like that. Like,
I
don't
know. He's like,
disrespect.
I come in here every week and answer your questions. Like, I mean,
I'm like, bro, you're kind of just answer it.
yeah.
Like, you knew what was coming and you didn't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I
to
was
think, bro,
like,
Damian Harris got hurt too.
and they
And they still
exactly.
lost, bro, to Ramondre Stevenson.
That boy was averaging 7 yards a carry, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think what's more disappointing, the Bills or the Niners? I want to say the Bills.
I think they're definitely the Bills, bro. They're
Yeah,
supposed to be a Super Bowl favorite.
yeah,
I mean, the
yeah.
Niners, no, I mean, in terms of Niners fans, we were Super Bowl favorite, but not by, odds. But, Vegas, they had the Bills as a favorite. Maybe not, the number one favorite, but they had the Bills up there in their year winning it all, especially when the Chiefs started going downhill. Everyone's like, oh, it's the Bills.
Oh, that's what I thought.
And now you got the Pats 7 in a row.
Um, do you think this is the win that propels the Pats back into, especially this season, propels them back into a Super Bowl run?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think when it comes down to Mac Jones and Bill Belichick, that's kind of like that Brady and Belichick vibe.
Hmm.
Not saying Mac Jones is as good as Brady, but I think he's definitely in the right spot where Bill can pass down things like, oh, this is what Tom did in the situation. Like one of the things, I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, they're talking about that Brady in super cold weather games. Brady wore like a wetsuit under his uniforms, bro.
Really?
Yeah, for
Oh,
the
I
for
didn't know
the
that.
for the cold weather. So then
Uh-huh.
he passed that down to Hoyer, and Hoyer taught it to Mac Jones. And
That's
so
why.
that
That's why he was wearing like the cap and
yeah,
everything under the
yeah,
helmet, like the
yep.
wetsuit.
It was a wetsuit, bro, to stay warm. I mean, granted, he didn't throw the ball that much, but I think he's in the right system. He's in that right fit, the situation. Like we talked about it before. If he was in the Niners, I don't think he'd be having the
No.
success because it's basically Jimmy. If he goes to Chicago, I don't think he had success. I'm just trying to think of top 10 teams that he could have went to. I don't think he anywhere that he went, he wouldn't have he would not have be having the success he is having now in New England. So
I don't think so either.
I think basically, bro, they went from having Tom Brady, bro, to kind of riding it out. Everyone knows who's going to leave. They still made the wild card and they lost. Then they had the COVID year where they had a whole bunch of opt outs and they missed the playoffs, and now they're back. They're the number one seed in the AFC.
That's fucking nuts, bro.
So
with essentially a Tom Brady mini clone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dictates the game. The Belichick doesn't ask him to do much.
Right.
He doesn't tell hey, go win me the game. He doesn't do that. He's like, I'll just dink and dunk, make the receivers make the plays, like make safe throws, and that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He makes safe throws, runs the football. I mean,
he's in like that Alabama style offense where he's got a solid line. He doesn't have star receivers, but he has receivers that will make plays for him.
Playmakers.
He has hungry playmakers. He has two solid tight end options. When healthy, Damian Harris is pretty decent.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, he's in the right situation to win. And right now, unless the Chiefs can hang on to the success, I think it's the Patriots AFC to lose. It's their AFC to lose. I don't see them being a Super Bowl champion. I mean, you can't rule them out. I don't think they're being a Super Bowl champion, but definitely a favorite to go as of right now.
Almost definitely.
Other than the Bills, this kind of just proved again that they lost to the Jags, but they lost this game. You know what I mean? I think the Patriots are going to ride their defense. Look at that when the Bills could have scored on the last drive, sacked Josh Allen for like a loss of 10 plus yards. Then right after there, yeah, they took away all his options. He was on the run again, and he threw a little lob. I'm not impressed with the Bills anymore. I think Josh Allen's a good quarterback, great quarterback. Stephon Diggs, top tier wide receiver one.
You think it's coaching?
Could be. It could be play calling as well. I don't know. It's got to be something. But to lose to the Jags, it's got to be something.
And don't forget it, they got blown out by the Colts a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it could be at this point. I don't pay enough close attention to the Bills to like really know what it is, but something's going on there. I don't know if it's the coach. I don't know if it's Josh Allen not clicking with the receivers. They don't really have a solid running back.
They don't.
And that's if you look at a lot of the top offenses in the NFL where guys are having success, it's with good running backs.
You mentioned like Mac Jones landed in the right spot, bro. I thought Trey Lance landed in the perfect spot.
Mm-hmm. I still think he did. We got the weapons to do it now. You can hope that Debo resigns, and you can hope that. I know I kind of mentioned to you on Twitter. I know we're getting off topic, but real quick, I know I feel like Ayuk is kind of just like, man, bro, like, what's the point of me even trying? Mm-hmm. When I'm open, I either don't get the ball or he can't throw it this far. Ayuk is more of a deep threat. He's either like quick slant, get me the ball quick, and I'm going to make shit happen, kind of like an OBJ style.
Yeah.
Or he's just over the top. Let me double move, get open, and throw me the ball.
Deep.
There was multiple times where this season where he was wide open for, like a 40, 50-yard touchdown. Multiple times. And someone brought it up to last year when they were saying Ayuk was having all the success. And remember they were saying like, oh, he's like a baby Julio Jones. And he was like, nah, I like to style my game after Devontae Adams. People were saying, why did that stop towards the end of the year? They're like, well, Nick Mullins stopped throwing him the ball. Nick Mullins wasn't the best, but he had a good arm. He could sling it downfield. Yeah. They're like, even CJ Beathard. So I don't know, bro. I think it could be that drop off that maybe he doesn't have the right chemistry with Jimmy. And I feel like at this point he's kind of just like, what am I trying for?
Yeah, he's just gonna go out there, run his route. He already knows he ain't getting the ball.
Because most people they were bringing it up too, like when we played Jags and Kittle got his touchdown, he's over there spiking it, bro. A lot of people running it up too. It wasn't just Ayuk, but it was Debo too, which is a little concerning. But both of them were just like, all right, whatever. They started walking away. You know what I mean?
So is that, man? The locker room, man.
I just think he's over Jimmy. He needs someone that can get him the ball, which could be Trey.
I think they're all over Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Just because Debo's having all this success, bro, Debo's also getting in these positions where he has to make a play, and he's getting shellacked. Bro.
And not only that, bro, he's our fucking rushing leader.
and he's our rushing leader.
So a lot of his yards are coming from rushing attempts and rushing touchdowns. So
And you know how I mentioned on Twitter, like, hey, yeah, Jimmy's averaging like 200 plus yards a game,
I told you, bro, it's yards
but
after catch.
it's the yards after catch because he's only throwing dink and dunks.
Mm-hmm.
He's only throwing 15 yarders, and Debo's getting at least 40, 50 yards after that.
Yep.
And I feel like that's where these Jimmy stands come out, and they're like, oh well, he threw for 299 on Sunday. Yeah, we lost, but he threw for almost 300 yards.
Yeah.
And da 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 da. And this game it was almost 320 yards, and this game was 250 yards. Well, yeah, bro, but he just threw it 5 yards, and then the receiver made the whole play.
Look at the one to Chicago where he did the wide receiver screen to Debo and he went 83 yards.
I think that was a negative throw. I think he threw that in the backfield, bro, and Debo took it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. This is what you can't get the information to the Jimmy stands.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, he still made 299 yards.
They don't say they're like Jimmy wins games. Like, yeah, but what about like you said, the ones where we're close when we shouldn't be, and we either barely win or we don't win.
We shouldn't. There's a bunch of games, bro, where we're like, there's no way this game should be this close.
Right.
And we can start at the beginning of the season with the Lions,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a whole story.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that pretty much wraps it up for NFL. I mean, we can head into our top 5 games of the week.
Let's do it.
Want to pick those out? Let me bring up the schedule for the week. Do you have any in mind that you wanted to touch base on or no?
Let me just look at the schedule. I had it right here.
Whew, I see 1. I see 2.
Already good ones.
3. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, we'll start off with these first. I mean, we'll go early morning window. Raiders at Chiefs. Divisional game. 2 games behind the Chiefs right now.
I think I made a mistake in picking the Raiders. I think this is where the Chiefs put the Raiders and the Raider fans to bed. That's it, man. And it's a 10 a.m. game.
This is the nail in the coffin, bro.
In Kansas City. I hope it's snowing maybe. This is where the Chiefs put them to rest. I think we're both going Chiefs Kingdom on here.
Chiefs, yeah, easily Chiefs Kingdom, baby. Next up, we have the Bills at the Bucks.
That's gonna be. Oof.
So, do you think the Bills get back on track and try and make a statement, or does Tampa Bay, do they show their dominance?
Let me look at the location. Raymond, nah, dude.
Yeah, they're in Tampa.
Tampa Bay. I'm taking the Bucks.
Yeah, I got the Bucks too.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay right here. We got to go Niners at Bengals. That's us. Tough, bro. You know what?
Bounce back game.
It's got to be.
It's gonna be a bounce back game for either of the 2 game teams.
It's got to be. I'm gonna go. Part of me wants to go Bengals on purpose because the only time I've taken the Niners opponent was that Monday night game against the Rams, and that we saw what happened there. But I can't. My heart is going with the Niners. Hopefully Jimmy and Shane can get us back on track. It's gonna take a lot, but I got Niners.
It's gonna take a lot too, so I'm gonna take the Niners too, and it's gonna take a lot. I'm taking the Niners also, and we're gonna tie up the Bengals record, 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking the Niners here. Bounce back game. They have to bounce back, bro. They have to. After that disappointing loss to the Seahawks, they can't lose another one.
For our 4th game, you want to go? Well, this one will probably be a blow up. No Packers Bears. No, that's Sunday night. Or
that's Sunday night.
Yeah, in Green Bay, bro. We got all right. We'll go Cowboys at Washington.
All right, bro. Hold on.
Hey, that kind of takes me back to look. I said the Niners and the Seahawks got flexed out of Sunday night, bro, for the fucking Broncos, who scored 9 points.
All right, man. I'll buy you the Cowboys Washington game. It's gonna be a good game. Is this gonna be in Dallas?
It's in Washington.
In Landover, Maryland.
Yeah.
I hope it could be snowing also.
Could be.
But I talked earlier in the show. The Cowboys are gonna go undefeated in their division.
You think so?
In these last 4 games.
I think it's close, but I take the Cowboys. I think.
Oh, I thought you were gonna take Washington.
No. I want to, honestly. I want to.
I mean, as a Niner fan, I'm like, I want Washington. But just because the Niners are in a playoff conundrum, I need Washington to lose.
Yeah, I think sheesh. You know what? Do I do it? Do I do it? Can't do it. I gotta go Cowboys, bro. I can't. I can't. I don't
You know,
think
since Ron-
I don't think Heineke has it in him.
especially I'm telling you, bro. Like I mentioned earlier, they squeaked by some wins. They squeaked by Tampa. They squeaked by Seattle. They squeaked by the Raiders. Give me the Cowboys here.
Yeah, I got Cowboys too. That's 4. Well, damn, we agreed pretty much everyone. The last one, bro. Monday nighter, Rams at Cardinals in Arizona.
Cardinals.
You got Cardinals?
Who do you got?
This is a tough one. I'm gonna go OBJ coming out game,
Ooh,
showing him,
prime time.
saying, it's me over D Hop. I got the Rams, bro. I think it can go either way, but I think
Yeah,
I think OBJ, I think Stafford and McVay are looking to make a statement. Like, hey, we kind of fell off. They got the get right game against the Jags, who they absolutely blew out of the water. I think they're looking for a statement.
And that will just put them a game behind the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the Cardinals schedule. They got a Lions game, which will be a get back if they lose the Rams.
Yeah.
But then they gotta beat the Colts, who Colts are hot right now.
Mm-hmm. And it's a Saturday game.
And it's a Saturday game. And you gotta play the Cowboys, who I don't know how they'll respond from these next 3 games. And you gotta play the Seahawks, who can play spoiler like always.
Yeah, it's in the division too, so they're gonna try. I mean, I think they're in Arizona, right? Yeah, in Arizona. But Seahawks are gonna try, bro. Especially if Pete Carroll and Russ are on their way out, they're gonna try and end the season with a bang.
That's right. Woo, good games.
I got Rams. So I think that's our only one that we disagreed on, but
Okay.
tough, bro.
Damn. Woo.
It'll be some good ones.
And I'll give you a bonus game here.
All right, let's hear it.
Ravens Browns. Browns.
You got Browns coming off a bye
In Cleveland?
in Cleveland.
Yep, First Energy.
In Cleveland.
That's a bonus game.
You know what? Bucket, give me Baker. I think they have that sour taste in their mouth, bro. I think they're gonna get it.
I think the Browns don't make the same mistakes they made the first time around, where they had 4 interceptions also, and
Right.
they didn't capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think the Browns will make that mistake if they get 2+ turnovers again.
And Lamar, man, we seen that goal
Reckless.
line throw. I told you, no laces, sidearm, bro. he overthrew Andrews, bro. I mean, I think Andrews still should have made that play, but at the end of the day, that comes out in hardball too. But that's another conversation.
Man, great episode.
This ain't a bonus, but I just want to hear who you got Thursday night. Steelers at Vikings.
Steelers upset.
You think so?
Absolutely, bro. Is it in Steelers or Minnesota?
It's in Minnesota, bro.
Upset.
I got Vikings.
I
need
upset,
Steelers to win. I need the Steelers to win.
Steelers are gonna win. You know why?
Why?
Because the Vikings are on a downfall. No Thielen. It's no Dalvin Cook. You're gonna make Kirk Cousins go win you the game from minute 1.
Justin Jefferson though. Alexander Madison is decent too.
I think the Steelers secondary is underrated. I think they're pretty good. I like Fitzpatrick.
I'll give you that. But like I said last week, I don't think people fear the Steelers anymore.
Man, if they win this game though, Steelers, they're gonna be the talk of the town again.
You know, the ultimate reason why I'm going Vikings?
Why?
Big Ben, bro.
Oh man.
Did you hear his statement today?
What did he say?
Bro, he said he's with injuries and getting old age and shit. He said most teams they have like film sessions and like recovery days on Monday and Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
He's like, and then they start practicing on Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's like, normally I don't start practicing until Friday, bro. He's like, but now but now we got to play on Thursday.
Lazy ass motherfucker.
I'm like, bro, how are you gonna say that on fucking live TV, bro, with your team reporter?
So he just chilled all week, bro, and then just shows up on
He goes and like does like some throws and rehas. Just
Oh my
he
God.
shows up Friday, gets on the plane Saturday, and plays Sunday, bro. When I seen that today, I'm like, all right, that's it, bro. Vikings got this. The Vikings have been in a lot of nail biters too, but
They're the man. They're the damn. It's gonna be a good game. I'm taking the Steelers on this one. Upset,
I got Vikings. I got Vikings.
just because I need the Vikings to lose.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, man, shit. I think that pretty much wraps up this episode, bro.
It does. It does.
A little lengthy one. But yeah, a lot of football is right in the midst of things, bro. We're in starting. This is gonna be week 14 this week. There's 18 weeks now plus playoffs, bro. Saturday games are coming up now. I can't wait. More football.
I love December football, bro.
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, bro.
Love December football.
Take it. Man,
And
the goal is to get to January and February though, but
love December football. I like this. I know we don't talk much about college football, but love watching the
The bowl
championship
games.
the bowl games, the championship games. That's fun to watch, man. So.
real quick before we sign off, that just reminded me of something. I think it was Pitt, bro, the QB, Pittsburgh. You seen him like that fake slide thing he did?
Dude, I'm surprised he didn't snap his knee.
But how do you feel? Do you think that he should be like penalized for that?
Absolutely not.
I don't. But there, people were saying like, "Oh, he should be penalized because he looks like he's going down, and the DBs let up, and it's just all." If the DBs probably would have like went towards him, then he really would have slid. So like the DBs don't have a choice. I'm like either way, the DBs lose. I'm like, hey, bro, that's the risk you take. Go towards him, and if he slides, jump over him.
Exactly. If the knee don't touch the ground, he's live.
Yep. And if he doesn't go feet first, he's a runner.
I thought that was a smart and savvy ass play, bro.
I was like looking at that. Like, how did he do that?
That's what I did too. I'm like, bro, if I try that, I'm snapping my knee.
Yeah, bro. ACL done. Bro.
Yeah, he went faked it and then kept going. I'm like, oh, bro, who's saying that he should be penalized? That's
bro.
ridiculous.
I'm seeing it everywhere. Everyone's like, oh, he needs to be like suspended, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
You know who the biggest one that was going crazy over that?
Who?
Your boy Ryan Clark.
He's saying he should have been penalized?
Yeah, he's like he should be like suspended or penalized or some shit. He's like, we gotta hold him accountable, bro, because of DBs. I'm like, yeah, because you were a DB, bro. You probably would have fell for that shit too.
He was a secondary, exactly. Oh my god. No, I thought it was a sick ass move, dude. I'm like, oh, this is top 10, dog. You're gonna go in there and just fake him out and then keep going.
And it wasn't like, oh yeah, this dude is just me and this dude. Now he beat like 4 dudes like that.
I thought he was smart. I'm like, oh, that's sick, bro. You gotta give him credit.
Yeah, nah. All right, bro. I think that pretty much wraps it up though. So signing off, we'll see who takes it this week in the top 5. I took this week 3-2. But I mean, we only have one game to decide it for us this week, so it'll be interesting, bro.
And it's gonna be a good game.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Signing off.
Great week, great episode.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in. The listeners have, been staying steady and going up. So appreciate you guys. Keep tuning in. Gonna try a new approach on TikTok. So make sure you check us out. And we will see you guys next week.
Peace, brother.
Yes, sir, bro.
Have a good weekend.
You too, man. Later.
Peace.